Hey guys, John here. Today we're going to be making two things that I love and cherish, that being industrial stuff and acid. So here you go. Alright, if you like the patch, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's dive into this patch and see how it was created. So now we're solid on this patch by itself. It sounds very acidy and industrially. So first thing, we have unison order of 8, and polyphony is going to be at the default 16, the detuning at 9%, so not too much, and the unison panning at 100%. We're going to have a little bit of glide time. I'm a sucker for glide, and it's going to be on static, and 13% is the value. The transpose is down 1 octave at -12, and the gain, I actually brought this up by 0.40 dB. So there you go. For the MIDI, we can ignore this here. The LFO, we're going to have 20% modulation amount on the cutoff here, and it's going to be 1/16, a triangle shape, and no retrigger for this one here. For the envelope right here, we can see the amount is at -100 on the cutoff. The attack is going to be 2,101 milliseconds, and decay, sustain, and release all the way at the top. For the amplifier section, the attack is going to be 1 millisecond, so all the way at the bottom, decay, sustain at the top, and then release at the bottom. For the oscillators, we're going to be using A and oscillator B. As we can see in the balance, this osc here is at noon, so at 50%, and the noise is going to be 0, so we're really only using A and B. Oscillator A is going to be at 50%, and it's going to be on pulse width. Ring and sync are going to be off. Oscillator B is going to be off on the pulse wave right here. The pitch is going to be up 1 octave, so +12, and the detuning is at 0. Next up, for our filter, the cutoff is going to be 53%, the resonance 36. That's really the meat and potatoes of that good acidy stuff right there. Keyboard and velocity tracking are at 0, and our filter is a low pass. Now, the interesting spot, especially with these types of patches, is using an arpeggiator on a down at 1 range and 1/16. So you really get that kind of pulsy, acidy kind of clef sound, especially once you get a kick drum coming in here like this. Hopefully get the point there. For the effects, we're going to be using delay and chorus. It's going to be on here. The left is 2/4, the right is also 2/4, feedback 50, M depth 30, low cut 27. We're going to take some of that mud out, and also some of the top end here at 54%, and the wet is at 50%. Moving on, the chorus is on, depth 50, rate 2.6, and the wet is at 15%. And this time, we're not going to be using any transcates, so smooth and wet are going to be all the way down. Just like my life. Now, moving on PoiZone, the external, we're going to have an EQ here, kind of cutting off the low end, and boosting a little bit at 1.2K, and a little bit here at 2.9. And also setting to our handy dandy Valhalla reverb at a smaller amount here, maybe like 18.7, 32%, give or take. But the external reverb is kind of up to you. And if you like this patch and want to get it for free, there's a link in the video description below, and it can be yours for the cost of nothing. Pretty good deal if you ask me. So let's play us out with Industrial Acid and have a good day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.